It's the way that I get lost now in the colors of your skin, and it's how I hear the stars coming brightly, and it's how I'm falling in. It's a puzzle I can't put together. It's a song I can't quite hear. When I try too much to put it in the bottle, when I try to hold it in, and so it comes to me in ways now. If I could show you how it starts, it's the colors from your heartbeat brightly. It's when I see you in the stars. It's when I least expect it. I see beauty all around, and it overwhelms my body, don't it? Like a light without a ground. It's when I glance you from the nothing, it's from the space between the waves, well, it brings me high like I'm needed, but it's hard to stay that way. Well, so it comes to me in waves now. If I could show you how it starts, it's is how I'm falling in. Is how I'm falling in.
Hello and welcome to our beloved Painted Dog TV pack members to tonight's Animal World Live. Hello, and welcome.
Hello guys.
Hello, Chef Lady, Mobile Laptop, Sharon, Barbara, Liz, Josie, Janet, Yvonne, Jason, Marcy, Catherine, Julie, Grumpy Old Man, Mars, Liz, Yvonne, and lots more. So lovely to have you with us on Saturday night for us. I think Saturday afternoon, Saturday morning, depending where you are in the world. But yeah, we've been busy.
Yeah.
It feels like we haven't actually stopped over the last couple of weeks. But yeah, it's been great fun, and we've got lots to share with you and lots to show you. And well, because it's such a jam-packed show, I think we're going to get going quite quickly with the first thing, and the first of the first is live cams.
Always.
So let's see what has been happening out. Oh, hello Impala, in the nice morning light.
Yeah, beautiful.
Now, these cams are going to start getting busier and busier. It is drying so quickly out in the bush.
Hello. Look into camera.
Yep. Now, it's choosing this area to drink. Obviously, there's actually the fence to our house just behind. And then, obviously, you can see if anything's trying to sneak up on him. Quite a good spot. Yes, Julie, it is cold. I am in a big jersey tonight. It is very cold.
Scarf.
Yeah, it's cold. This morning was freezing. Winter is well and truly here.
Properly.
We had a bit of a cold wind last night, and sort of the weather's just changed completely. Anyway, let's see what's next. Lovely gathering of elephant bulls.
10:30 in the morning.
Yeah. As I said, these water holes are going to start getting busier and busier. I'm excited. Makes tracking a lot easier as well.
Yeah,
because the big cats are also going to be coming to drink at these areas. And we've been actually seeing quite a lot of Pixie Pan and in the area and hanging around the house for the last little while. Although the last time we tracked her, she did a dirty on us and crossed the boundary.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that was a bit unfortunate. But let's see what's next. I'm pretty sure we might have a spotted cat or two on the live cam so far. Zebra and giraffe.
Elephant cam has been busy as always.
Yeah, and as I said, this is the closest water to Impala Plains and to that really nice grazing that's left around Bumba Road. So I say this is going to start getting very, very busy.
Pretty.
It is absolutely gorgeous.
Blue sky reflects on the water.
And the sky's been so blue at the moment, but it's going to start getting a little bit less blue as we head deeper into the dry season. There's going to be a bit more wind and dust, and then the fires, of course.
Janet said she had snow yesterday, so you can't be complaining.
Well, we're not that cold yet. Marcy, we will be chatting about the elephant relocation a little later. Hello, Vicky. Okay, let's see what's next. Oh, look at that rhino.
Yay!
It's our friend.
Our friend.
He likes to snooze on the next to the house, the big rhino bull. He's around a lot as well.
Yeah, I love it.
And he's often on the virtual safaris. as you start your virtual safari, there he is having a snooze on Impala Plains. Julie, we've been seeing that elephant with the hurt front leg for a couple of weeks now. There's nothing we can do. The injury looks to be natural. It's not from a human being. So I'm pretty sure that little Ellie will be fine. But yeah, we've seen him on Game Drive. We've seen him on the virtual safaris.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we've seen him a lot. Yeah, so unfortunately he does have a sore foot, but it's not something we're going to sort of get involved with. Rosalind, how cold does it get here? The coldest we got last year was 2 degrees Celsius.
Was that cold?
Yeah, it was that cold.
Sure.
Last year was the coldest year we've ever had since I've been in this area. But yeah, but on average, the coldest we'll get in winter is probably about 8 to 10 degrees Celsius.
Sounds normal.
In the day, pushing up to 28, 29 degrees Celsius. Okay, let's see what's next. Water bottle. Are we having a look? Oh, nice big kudu. Like, fetch my water bottle. Oh, no, go away, Siri.
Okay.
At least Siri
Okay.
went away. She said okay and went away while I was leaning over to get my water bottle. Sorry, I'm thirsty. Yeah, nice big kudu. Ben was trying to catch me being funny. I saw that. Always nice to see the amount of species that we're getting there. Well, actually, Dylan and Yuka are going to be very busy while myself and Brian and VM and Matthew are away. So we're going to be putting out Paint a Dog checklists in the not too distant future, where you're going to be able to tick what you can see. There'll be a live cam one, there'll be a game drive one, there'll be a Kruger one, there'll be a Pridelands one. Yeah, so that's quite exciting. Anyway, let's see what's next. Critic cam, mongooses.
We have to have this cam footage.
Oh, here they come. What is that? That's late afternoon, looking where the sun is.
Afternoon
On their
routine.
way to bed. Yeah, 5:30. Yeah. Oh, it's baby. Hi, little one.
Maybe they're gonna be naughty again and make the camera dirty.
Yeah. Or they're just going to groom each other.
So cute.
Oh, they are just too cute. The smallest member of the order Carnivora in Africa. Get all those fleas and ticks.
Seems like they're behaving today. Not making the camera dirty.
Getting ready for bed. Now, you find very little ticks and fleas generally on communal animals like a mongoose, just because they're so good at grooming each other. And also, it's a free snack.
Pretty snack.
If you find it on your friend, you can eat it. Okay, let's see what's next. Oh, Ellies. Lots of Ellies.
10:30 at night.
Yeah. When was this? A couple of days ago. It was well, they've been noisy every night in front of us. Actually, I can't actually say which night it was. There's so much noise of elephants every night. Now, a lot of you will notice that there's a lot more light than there used to be at certain of the cameras, and there was a bit of worry. That is still infrared light, so it is not a big bright spotlight. It is still an infrared light. VM says we're still going to make some adjustments to that particular one. He says it's too focused.
Actually, I haven't met Susan for a while. Marcy's asking.
Yeah, I haven't seen Susan for. I haven't been out that much recently. I've been busy. Yes, the Ellie vocalizations are incredible, and I mean, we get to listen to that almost every night. Oh, they're upset about something.
I'm sensing something.
Could be that there was hyena, lion, or leopard around. Okay, let's see what's next. Aha. I knew this was, I actually didn't know about this one. So there's Pixie Pan and the girls.
This is so incredible.
So that is 60 meters from our.
How cool is this?
Yeah, so Pixie Pan and both the cubs. And they've been hanging around the house for quite a lot.
This is so cute.
And the cubs are getting a lot more relaxed. Mom's still a bit nervous, but at night she's fine. We actually saw her when did we see her?
When we did
Last week.
Yeah, drive, yeah.
Yeah. Last week, Monday. Monday night. No, this week, Monday.
Yeah, it was this week.
Yeah, that was the last time I went out, yeah. But awesome to catch up with Pixie Pan. So she's been seen regularly, and those cubs are probably about 13, 14 months old now. So not too long until they become independent. So we might be seeing a lot more of them around.
Yeah,
Hopefully.
becoming big. Almost same size as mom.
Yeah.
Getting there.
So, and hopefully they'll become as relaxed as Sabi Sands leopards in the not too distant future.
Yeah, that would be amazing. So cute.
Yeah. Mom's gone off over there and then the two little ones. I wonder if they're trying to listen for Juno and Shoa.
Thinking that too.
So that's not even late at night. It's 7:45.
Oh wow, yeah, it's not late at all.
So awesome. I mean, the fact that we've seen them from when they were about this big.
It's so cool.
Yeah. Okay. How many more we got, Vimpy? 2 more. Oh, Howard.
Elephant camp is so productive.
It is.
Very good.
Thirsty hyena has a fat hyena as well. Oh, that is a fat hyena. Not quite as fat as the world's fattest hyena I saw in Kenya, but pretty close.
Yeah, ate a lot, I'm sure.
Now, these hyenas here, they do a lot of their own hunting. They're not scavenging often off lions. Oh, there we go, den cam. They're not scavenging that often off lions and leopards. I'd say this clan is doing a lot of their own hunting. And when we get back, we're going to do a bit more focus on them. I know you guys have been working quite hard on ID kits and everything, so I think in the not too distant future, I'm not going to set a date just yet, I think there'll be an Animal World Live just on the Pridelands Hyena clan. This is live right now, and there's no one there. He's behind the tree. So this is live right this very second. Let's see if he comes out from our... Oh no, doesn't want to come out, Vim. There we go. Vim will keep a watch out to see if they come out. And that's that, Vimpy? So that's that for live cams. Tony, I do not know who Mate and Mom and Sparky are, to be honest. As I said, I've been quite busy with other things. So I think that's another thing when we get back, we'll sort of let's... not formalize, but get onto the same page with IDs and stuff like that, and names and that, with the owners of Pridelands and stuff as well, because they might have different names for different animals. So I will try to just get onto the same page on all of that, but we'll do that when we get back. Okay, now it is time for your photos. Let's see whose photos are up this week.
Whoa.
Oh, Sonia.
For Vim.
For Vim, yellow mongoose.
Cool. Very, very cute.
Oh, that's lovely. That's a great shot. Vim's very happy that you're sending mongoose pictures. I can see him smiling in the background. And okay, let's see who's next. Julie. Ooh, nice big bull. I'm going to guess that is an East African buffalo.
How?
Shape of the boss. Julie, I know you're here. Julie, where was that picture taken? So East African buffalo quite often have a shallow, much shallower
Wider.
and wider.
Didn't know that.
Then that's not always the case. Much shallower sort of drop in the horns, whereas our buffalo tend to have a much deeper, I suppose, hook. Cookie. Oh, that's a South African buffalo or a Southern African buffalo.
That's funny.
Marcy, you post photos in the PDTV app if you haven't downloaded it yet. That's where you can post your photos. Thank you, COD Streamer.
Thank you so much.
Just waiting to hear from Julie.
There you go. She answered.
There we go. Botswana. So in between.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see whose pictures are up next. Oh. That is a...
Piggy.
Yes, what type of piggy?
Who is this?
Oh,
Arizona.
UK. Oh, UK.
Yeah, I don't know these piggies.
Dylan, do you know what type of pig that is?
No.
I think it's a pecorini, if I remember correctly. I might be pronouncing it wrong. It's Pecci. I can't remember. I might be wrong as well. I think it is.
If you are watching, give us answer, please.
Yes. I think Peccire.
I've heard that.
Yeah, it's a weird little pig. I didn't know they were as far up as Arizona. I thought they were further down, but I might be wrong. And I'm always willing to be. I'm trying to remember how to spell it. I'm doing it in my mind. Well, if anyone knows exactly what type of pig that is, let us know.
It's cool.
Javelina, Mars. There we go. Are they indigenous to Arizona? I'm not sure if they are.
Javelina.
I'm not sure if they are. Javelina pig? It is also a peccary. It's another. Peccaris. A javelina is a type of peccary, apparently, also called a javelina or skunk pig. So, sorry. It's not often. It's not often I get the mammal stuff wrong. Okay, so let's see where they are. Distribution.
That's like the end. It should be at the beginning.
No, they don't have the distribution. So they are from Central and South America, or Central America, throughout Central, South America, southwestern areas of North America. Usually weigh between, you measure between 1930 centimeters, 2 feet and 11 inches, 4 feet, 3 inches.
That's a decent size. No?
And up to about 40 kgs. A peccary or a javelina or skunk pig.
That's cool.
There we go.
Very
Thanks
cool.
so much for that, Mars.
Good to know all the other animals from the other side of the world. Peccary.
Yes, there we go. Okay. Thank you, guys. They are everywhere. I've never seen one. Jason says that's an awkward animal.
Shame.
Shame. Shame. A hairy pig. Okay, Vim, do you have any more pictures? No, that's that. Now, as I said, today is a little bit about behind the scenes and what we've been up to. And of course, a lot of you would have noticed there's that beautiful 360 camera currently up at the Hyena Den, so you can sort of scroll around.
Stop broken, we're working.
Vim, I made it, whoops. Vim is working on it. It's to do with server space or something.
No, we have to do some network stuff.
Network stuff.
And server stuff is happening next week.
I have no idea how that works. But of course, there's a lot of upgrades going on, and a lot of the stuff has never been trialed before. And these cameras are normally placed in nice, safe areas, buildings, houses, gardens, not in the middle of the African bush above an active hyena den. So there are still some tweaks. The camera is still there. It's just sort of software stuff that the guys are working on to make it work better. So we can give you a little bit of a taste of what it's like to try and get all this type of stuff working out in the middle of the bush. So we are obviously always constantly working on upgrading and improving, and we will continue to do that forever. So yes, and everyone's saying just a big thank you to Vim and the rest of the tech team, Dean, Brian, Bavu, who was actually on holiday, who we put to work when he came to visit.
That's funny.
Josie, no, the hyenas, well, they don't mind the IR cam at all. They're underneath it regularly. And Liz, yes, eventually we will have desktop applications for Windows, Mac. At the moment, it is only for mobile devices. Julie, how far is the den from the house? 2Ks?
Yeah, 10 minutes drive.
No, not 10
Not
minutes,
even.
about
Yeah.
6 minutes drive.
6 minutes.
2.5 Ks. Crow flies probably less. Now, a little bit more from behind the scenes of what we've been up to in the last little while before we carry on. What's next, Vim? Lions. Okay, so we, as you know, the Rietspraat Reserve is a fenced reserve, so management of the lion population is required. Hello, Moth. And Nyaleti, who is the mother of the 4 small cubs from Tale of Two Mothers, had to have some work done over the last little while. So we were lucky enough to be invited and along, and it was quite a long process, because Bucket is nearly as big as she is. Now, unfortunately, Bucket and Bibi's mom, Hyena, she died of TB. So she got very, very badly emancipated. She's deaf. She was already emancipated, and then had to get put, and then we had to put her down, unfortunately. But Nileti is doing well. However, the cubs have grown hugely, and we were a bit worried that she might come into estrus soon and breed with those 3 beautiful big boys, and that would be a problem because then we would have too many lions in the Rietspraat Reserve. So something had to be done. So we were invited along to go with the management of the Rietspraat Reserve, put in a little, well, it's actually 2 little, what are they called?
Like a pellet?
No, not pellets. There's an actual word for them. No, I can't remember it. But basically, it's a hormonal implant. There we go. That is a slow release birth control for lions. Mm-hmm. Now the reason, and it lasts for about 3 years, and the reason we decided to do this is the fact that if something happened and the cubs died or whatnot, she is not related to the males, and in 2 or 3 years she would be able to breed again. Now with Bucket and the other cubs, we'll probably have to do a little bit more of an invasive surgery, and the fallopian tubes will be tied. But one poor wildebeest gave up its life after many hours of us trying to see them in the thickets, and they wouldn't come out, to bring the pride out. So we were able to dart her. However, she seemed to know what was up, and every single lion except her came out of the thickets. So once the pride started feeding, we moved away a little bit.
Yeah, lots of patience.
Lots of patience. We started
It was not that late.
8:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
When we got out there and started trying to dart, etc., etc. We finished
Pitch dark.
9 o'clock that night. Yeah, it was a long, long day.
Yeah, lots of patience needed.
But it was good fun. And there we go. And we're lucky enough to work with ProVet and Pete Rogers. Now, I've known Pete Rogers since I was a wee little child. My mother didn't trust the vets. Didn't trust the doctors in northern Zululand. So what happened is that the vet used to stitch us because she trusted Pete. Boom, there we go. Perfect dart into the big muscles of the shoulder. And then loaded onto the badger with Yuka sitting on the bonnet with the lion. And you can see the camera, one of the cameras flashing red behind recording. and my dad and Hanu and everyone there. And off the bonnet of the badger. So we just moved. So basically, while we were loading her on, we actually had to chase the other lions away and throw some sticks at them. And then we loaded her onto the front of the badger to move her to a place where we could work safely. So you saw me there, what I was doing is just putting some basically moisturizer in the eyes to make sure that the eyes don't get too dry during the process. So Janet, the fallopian tube tying is reversible, but it's unlikely that Bucket will ever have cubs of her own. So it is one of the things that happens is that even though lions are heavily endangered across a lot of their range, in South Africa they are not. Despite what a lot of people say, there's a lot of sensationalization in the media and whatnot. And South Africa actually has a very healthy population of lions, and a lot of it is to do with the Lion Management Forum and the management of meta populations. So in areas like the Rietspraat, which is surrounded by on the western side commercial agriculture and whatnot, traditionally there would be no lions. So there are lions there, and the males are generally moved around where the female lion will stay. The female lion, as in terms of the genetic line, will stay on that property, and the males will get old, and will probably happen. It just depends. Different reserves have different management policies. What either happens is they either get put down when they get to about 13, 14 years old, or a younger group of male lions will be introduced, and they will kill them. So it just depends on the different reserves' management styles. But to have more areas where lions are is always better, and also keeps little pools of genetics safe. So I mean, So Rietspraat, the male lions come from Karongwe, and the females come from Marakele National Park. So it's ensuring that those genetics are also getting used, and cubs and male cubs and stuff are moved between the different reserves. So at some point, Pinda, for example, Pinda often actually trades lions to get new genetics in, to make sure there's no inbreeding. And at some point, their Rietspraat lions might go to Pinda, they might go to Tswalu, they go to other different private reserves. And this is all managed by a thing called the Lion Management Forum. My dad actually sits on the Lion Management Forum. It is done with a lot of science, and there's a lot of research done into it. It's not let's just move a lion here and throw a lion there, and let's just tie the tubes on this one and not on that one. There is method to the madness. Unfortunately, this day and age, a lot of people don't seem to understand some of the complications and some of the difficult choices that need to be made, particularly when animals sometimes need to be put down. When those animals are put down, it is for the best of the greater population, the meta population, the genetics. And it's very easy for a lot of people to sort of just shout about it on social media. How can you put a lion down? What did the lion do? But you've got to look at this fact that the scientists and the management and the Lion Management Forum is looking at maintaining the health of the entire population in the country. And sometimes an individual is not, saving an individual is not what's best for the animal. And putting it, and then I know a lot of people would say, why don't you, oh, thank you so much, Boo.
Thank you.
Why don't you go put it into one of these lion sanctuaries? And I know a lot of you will know my stance on lion sanctuaries. If I had a chance, I'd burn them all to the ground. I know everyone thinks that quite harsh. So all these people who rescue zoo lions and have white lions and pink lions and purple lions and cuddle lions and scratch their ears and lie with lions and hand feed lions don't do anything for conservation. They can preach to the top of their lungs about how they're spreading the word and blah, blah, blah. And all I have to say is, because it's our own show, I can say this bullshit. Yeah, it's absolute nonsense. Those lions are genetically buggered. They are inbred. How do you think they have so many white lions in captivity? And you get, 3 white lions every 50 years in the wild? Or a bit more than that. But so they've basically picked and choose lions to have the best manes, this and that, and they've bred and bred and bred. Those lions wouldn't last a day in the wild. They've been hand-reared. You can't actually let them go. Those lions are more dangerous than a wild lion in terms of killing people. Yeah, so it's quite a complicated one. So sometimes difficult choices need to be made. And the armchair conservationists often don't understand those difficult choices. And that's why sometimes people seem to have the perception that management is hiding some of the decisions. And it's not that it's hidden, it's just in the age of social media that the backlash is sometimes not worth it because people don't understand. And a lot of the people are really violently aggressive and will not have a discussion. It is literally just, it's our way or the highway. I mean, for example, I haven't watched Seaspiracy or this new documentary, but I know some people who work in the marine biology and etc., and they were absolutely horrified at the sensationalization, like just over the top, that how far that documentary took it. Yes, the oceans are in trouble, but they just went too far. And I think it was more, it seems to be a trend actually in the documentary, in our industry, to go OTT, over the top, to get the reaction, to get the keyboard warriors going. And unfortunately, yes, it does cause some bit of awareness, etc. However, it really impedes the scientists and professionals who are trying to do the right things and make sustainable long-term. Thank you very much, Mary.
Thank you.
A sustainable long-term solutions. So unfortunately, we live in this world as well, and we do need to utilize the resources, but there is a way to really utilize those resources in a much better way than what we have in the past. And apologies to any vegans there, but being a vegan is not the solution either. The stuff vegans eat creates monocultures, and monocultures are bad for biodiversity. So anything that's just one thing, maize, soy, etc., you wipe out insect populations, earthworms, rodents, birds. It goes on. But again, everyone seems to think there's one simple black and white answer. This is how we're going to fix it. This is how we're going to fix it. No such thing. These are complicated problems, and they probably need multiple solutions. And firstly, for everyone to just start having a decent conversation about it instead of trying to beat each other with their values. Rather, take what's best from all people's values and ideas and try to work for a collective solution. Now, with human beings, that's quite difficult because we can be assholes. But anyway, moving on. Exactly, Painted Wolf. There's just those farms for the bones. So that's actually inserting, that's all it is. So 2 little, you can see the capsules, that little silver thing. Chop. Done. So that was it, a little shave and an injection. There we go. Yes, Jason. And you can see there's Dylan getting some photographs. There we go. And then a little groggily.
Going back.
Off she goes to join the pride. And have a free wildebeest for dinner.
Free meal.
A free meal. Not so free if you were the wildebeest, though.
Shame.
Shame. But again, so that is one of the things. And now, have another sip of water. Would you like some water, Yuka?
I have one, thank you.
So, half the team are staying here, It is half now, eh? So he's staying here as Yuka, Charles, Dylan and Dean. And going away is Viam, Brian, Brent and Matthew. Where are we going? Those of you who get our newsletter, which is a new thing we're quite excited about. So to get the newsletter, you just need to sign up for the app. Or I'm sure Charles will make an exception. If you pop an email to info@paintedDog.tv, he'll add your email address to our, and what is going to be monthly. I hope I'm saying that right, Charles. He's not here. He can't talk to me in the ear because I'm not wearing an earpiece tonight.
So he will drop the comment.
Yes. So yes, a newsletter which will what we've been up to, some photographs of what we've been up to, etc., etc., etc. So, what are you doing while gone, Yuka?
Sure. There's lots to do. I have actually a lot of translation I have to do, so I'm going to be looking at the computer screen.
Yes.
As for the past few days as well. So I'm going to get that done, and then there's lots of lists for me and Dylan to also deal with.
So, yes.
Species list, like Brent was talking about.
Yeah, we're going to do species lists, and then of course Dylan and Yuka and Charles and Dean, I'm sure, will be going on game drives in the Mongoose. Don't break the car while I'm gone, Yuka.
I don't break the car. You're going to be in space.
Viam also. Yuka breaks the car more than me.
That's not true.
And I drive the car over things you shouldn't drive cars over.
Exactly. I
don't break the car. Anyway.
Well,
okay. Barbara loves the newsletter. Thanks so much. Julie, yes. And then, so the other four of us are going to be hitting the long road either Monday or Tuesday. We're just waiting for some spares for Viam's green machine. And the Landy, we just need to make sure everything is prepped because it's about an 800-kilometer trip we're about to go. But the Badger is coming with us on a trailer. We're not going to be driving the Badger 800 kilometers. I think the police would arrest me. Also, at 40 kilometers an hour.
Imagine that.
It would take us a very long time to get to where we were going. If we were driving the Badger for 800 kilometers. So we are going to Anbion Pinda, and which is very exciting. We are going to be doing a live broadcast there. Unfortunately, the live broadcast is closed to the public. We have a very big client who is paid for exclusive use of the live broadcast. So we're going to be doing the world's first ever live capture of a herd of elephants. But as I said, there will be highlights. We will be able to show you clips of what we were up to and whatnot afterwards. But the broadcast itself has been sold to a client who wishes the broadcast to remain exclusive to them only. Liz says, does patrons get the newsletter? I'm sure Charles will answer you. No, Jason, you do not have to pay for the newsletter. It's free. I'm pretty sure. Ask Charles. It's his baby. So that's what we're going to be doing. But of course, there will be lots of stuff coming off our social media. I think Matthew will be making some little videos while we're there that we'll put out so you guys can keep updated with what we're doing. Thank you, Hyena boy. But yeah, so that's exactly what we'll be up to. We're going down, it'll only actually be happening on the 30th. But of course, live broadcast, new area where we haven't broadcast before. We need to do some tech tests, set up stuff. So we're quite excited about that. And I think we're going to start running out of space on the website for world's firsts.
Lots of them.
Thank you, Rambo.
Thank you.
I think we're going to start running out of space for world firsts. That'll be, and then this side, Dylan is going to be doing a bit of filming with Yuka and Charles. Shaky Safari's Charles. Hey, Charlie. He's not here, so I can tease him. Charlie's camera work is known to be a little bit shaky. Only teasing Charles, it's got much better. Marcy, how does that work? Well, you select a family group, generally between 5 and 8 individuals. So probably 2 adult females, a couple of sub-adults. And then you go and you dart all of them, and you put them in a big truck. And then you drive them 800 kilometers.
You make it sound simple.
Yeah, it's not. And then those elephants will be released onto the Rietspraat Game Reserve, onto Leadwood, Kaya, and Blowbank. So the home of Bucket is now going to get some pachyderms. Well, it's already got rhinos, but now it's going to get some bigger pachyderms. So yes, we dart elephants from a helicopter, much easier, much safer. And what will happen is then, depending on the size and age of the elephants, you actually load them with a crane, and you just pop them in the crate, wake them up, keep them semi-sedated, and we drive.
Charles emojis.
Charles, 38-year-old men don't use emojis. I'm joking. Okay, I'm going to stop picking on Charlie. Well, they don't.
You can use emojis.
Have you ever seen? How long have you known me?
That's what I've been telling you.
Have
You
you
should use
never seen me use it?
emoji.
I've
You
never
look
used an
friendly.
emoji. So why am I not friendly? So
I keep sending emoji. He never replies to me with emojis.
I've never used an emoji.
Okay.
Unless I'm being really sarcastic, and I think that was about once that I've used an emoji. Thank you, Jason.
Thank you.
Why relocation, Liz? So Pinda, what is eating?
What is this?
You have a large rat or snake? Is it in the skull box?
No. Can't see anything.
Why are you laughing so hard, Brian? Is it you, the trick?
He hit his head on the link.
That's it.
Anyway, thank you, Jason. All the emojis. So Pinda, like Rietspraat, is a fenced reserve. It's just a much bigger fenced reserve. And they're getting to a stage now where their elephant carrying capacity is getting reached. So what will happen is they will move as many as they can to other reserves. And once they can't, then there's different contraceptions you can use on elephants as well. So South Africa, again, like with the lions, we actually have a surplus of elephants. And there's actually very few places where you can send elephants now. So, yeah. So that's where they're going to go. There we go. Okay, someone's got to make a painted dog TV emoji. Then I'll use emojis. Okay, I agree. Hyena boy, I agree. If there's a... You can hold this. Dylan, no, wait, you scared it last time. Let me look. Oh, mic back. Is it on top?
Sounds like it's just there.
Just behind this black wall.
Oh, it's actually...
Oh, it's here.
Oh, guys, there's a nest.
Oh, it's in there.
It's in the wood.
Yeah.
It is probably a rat.
In there. Wow, look at how much of the collection's going on.
Yeah,
in
it
there.
is.
Dylan, I think you're blocking.
Huh?
You're blocking the camera. Can you see?
Should I shine from this side?
No, I think it's a rat. Or it's probably a bushveld gerbil.
Go in here.
Yeah, check. It'll run along. But check, it's got feathers and...
Wow. The first time making noise during animal life.
Yeah, naughty thing. So what's happening is now also because of winter, it's getting cold. So he might have been out foraging still a little bit now, but he's going to go out. Here we go.
That was fun.
Exactly, you got to love a live TV. And there's a mouse inside the log. Yes, the problem with having a mouse inside the log is that the next time there very might might be a snake, Rosalind, because they like to eat mice a lot. Snakes. Second, what's the other favorite food for cobras?
For cobras? Apart from rats, I mean the... you know.
Frogs.
Oh, it is.
They love frogs.
There's lots of frogs inside the house.
Now it's making noise again. Take the light away. Anyway, yeah, so that's what we're going to be up to. Yeah, keep a lookout on the social media. We're going to be posting stuff from the road. We're going to be doing a behind the scenes film will be filmed while we're on the road and whatnot, and that'll be released obviously once we're back. We might go visit some friends in Zululand that are doing some epic work down there while we're in the area. We might go, I'll bet you'll have to wait and watch to see who we go see. We might even take VM to the beach.
Can I wear my shoes?
VM, you can't wear your shoes on the beach. Thank you, Wendy.
Thank you, Wendy.
Yeah, so we might even go down to the beach, down to Sudwana. Yeah.
So jealous.
I know, sorry, UK. But now you're the head guide at Pridelands.
I've never been to the beach in KZN.
But you're the head guide here at Pridelands now.
Okay, for like a week.
And then, no, I've lost. Now you made me lose my train. So one thing that is actually quite amazing for me is we are going back to a place called Swillies. It is one of the research camps. However, that in 1990. Were you even born, Yuka? You weren't born in that.
I was 1995, I was born.
Wow. 1990, it was the first place that my family moved to at the beginning of Pinde. And my mother swore a lot at my father during that time because the house wasn't finished. And we just literally had this hole and a door, but there was no frame to put the door in, that we used to have to put across the entrance to the house every night to stop the hyenas trying to get into the house.
Yo, wow.
So, yeah. So, thank you, Sharon.
Thank you, Sharon.
That's quite a little bit of an emotional one for me. So, we'll be going back to
That's
the
crazy.
place. We moved there when I was 5.
Hopefully now it has a door.
It does have a door now. Yes.
Good news.
I think it did. It had a door before we left as well.
I mean,
Yeah.
Good.
It was about 3 months it didn't have a door that my mother was shouting at my father a lot. But they were busy building the first lodge and everything, so our door wasn't priority. Yeah, so very, very, very exciting for me to go back to Zululand, back to Pinde. I've been back quite a few times, but always in the lodges and stuff like that with guests, a few private safaris. So this will be the first time I'm actually going back onto the farm without guests and stuff, so quite exciting. Yeah,
Exciting.
it is exciting. And I was going to say, I can't wait to say, I've seen VM on the beach in Kenya, but that's a completely different story for another Animal World Live. So guys, it's been wonderful having you with us. And we love you lots, and we will chat to you soon. Keep a lookout at the social media. A big thank you, of course, to all our sponsors, to Rogue for our epic shoes, hats, Lead Lenser for our torches, and most importantly, of course, to you guys, our absolutely much loved viewers, and keep a lookout because there's very exciting things coming. Lots of love. Bye.